Hello and welcome to this week's Omsi 2 news. This week we have some information that confirms that what was previously speculated is now a reality. Gainsborough version 3 or phase 3 is work in progress. We have an update about the Masterbus revealing pack, which is posted by its developer or its head developer Blue Orange. We also have some information from Sobol, who is developer of the Man Overhaul pack, as well as many other LHD bus packs. So we have some information there, actually quite a bit of extensive information regarding pretty much most of his projects that he's working on. And finally, some news about a upcoming or updated repaint pack by Gaming Hydraulics for some of the RHD buses. So without further ado, let's get straight into this week's Omsi 2 news. So first of all, Gainsborough Phase 3 has been confirmed, and this was basically done on one of the WIP threads, or one of the work in progress threads, where Mr. Moose, who is the developer of Gainsborough, has said that he is now working on extending line 100 from Saxelby to Lincoln. And as you can see here is one of the screenshots of some of the extensions that are taking place. And some of you may remember the streams or the video where we actually drove along some of the secret roads in Gainsborough Phase 2, where after Saxelby, if you keep driving, there's quite a bit of detailed road further past there, which obviously indicated that Phase 3 is likely, and now it has been confirmed by Mr. Moose himself. The next thing on the agenda is we have an update from Blue Orange regarding the Masterbus revealing pack. So as you can see here, essentially it's been a while since he posted an update, so he's just given a brief overview of the kind of stuff that's happened the last few months. So basically a new feature that will be, I think, very basically unique to the Masterbus revealing pack is that passengers will be able to open and close the windows. So if it gets too warm, they'll open them. If it gets too cold, they'll close them. This won't stop them from complaining, so you'll still hear them complaining, but it just adds an extra bit of realism and just makes that game, you know, that extra bit more enjoyable and representative of real life. And then also some stuff to do with the displays there. And regarding the street deck single decker, you will have some versions since he's gotten basically refs from a right bus at ITT Hub 2021. And then also there you go, there's a new rear event. There'll be some screenshots now coming along added in. There's a new Wayfarer 3GX 150 ticket machine. The Volvo dash screens have been basically updated, tweaked, just added, beautified essentially. You know, more functionality, depth, all that kind of stuff. And then a lot of other things that, you know, you'll probably notice once the actual pack comes out and you'll be able to see for yourselves. And here are just some screenshots of the kind of things that were discussed. As you can see there are the events. And this is the new updated Volvo dash that's just been fine-tuned. And then also here is just the windows that will be openable and closable by the passengers themselves. Obviously, you'll still be able to open them and close them with the mouse button yourself, like was the case with all pretty much most Omsi buses out there. But this is just an added extra feature. And now we have an announcement for Sobol. So Sobol is the developer of the Overhaul pack, the Man Overhaul pack, and he is working actually on loads of projects. So basically here, he's just kind of giving you an overview of what is happening. So as you can see here, the Napoleon contour line will now basically not be, you know, it's kind of like he's been burned out from it, but basically most of it's finished. He just needs to do the N4409 and the N4420. Then you also have some more stuff about the Neoman, and there you go. It's again, this one is, so the Neoman N40XX pack, this one is basically suspended for now or postponed, and this is because he doesn't have access to sounds. Then regarding the Scania Overhaul, this is probably one that most people will be interested in. Scanias do tend to be quite popular. So he's basically saying that the MK1 Omnicity dashboard that he's made, he's not too impressed with and not too happy with. Although the MK2 one is a different story, and that one he says is quite good. But since there's a lack of good dashboard scripts, he says that it's a bit of a, yeah, he might just essentially scrap this project. So, yeah, because essentially, as you can see here, it's a bit of a tough one, because also people, the UK players would like a RHD version of the Omnicity, and there's some issues with like the dashboard, and also some issue getting the dash script. So this one is a bit of an open in the air question. The Neoman, I think he's kind of like reached the end of the road with this one. But again, there's so many, so many variants. Essentially, just updating them. Most of it's just doing script work, which essentially just means Notepad++ or Notepad, which is essentially just you know, changing gearbox scripts and all that kind of thing. He's cancelled the 045 pack, and to be honest, I mean that's fair enough, because there's so many 045s out there. There's not really any point of wasting time when he has so many projects on his plate on working on an 045 as well. There's a payware one, there's a few freeware ones as well, so that one makes sense. The Man NMXX2 has been cancelled as well, and then there's also a DLC he's working on, obviously it's been early access, it's in the early stages of development, so we can't really talk much about that. But that's what's going on there. So essentially, from that, you have basically the Neoman. There's still some stuff going on. The Neoman Overhaul is kind of pretty much reached the end of the road, although he might do the script work required at some point. The Scania Overhaul is a bit of an open in the air because there's some issues there with the scripts. But yeah, apart from that, this is really what's happening on his end of things, and this is an announcement by himself as well. And then finally, Gaming Hydraulics is working on a version 2 for his Repaint pack for basically the open top B70L ALX 400s. And as you can see here, they will have a Jurrasic Coastal livery from 2020. They will have a free 2020 Jurrasic Coastal livery, and yeah, just update basically the Jurrasic Coastal liveries and that kind of thing, which it was part of the version 1.2. So you know, you might want to check that out when that happens. And that brings us to an end to this week's Omnicity news. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for a weekly Omnicity news update. Hit that like button, comment down below, and of course join the Discord to stay even more on top of the Omnicity news. That is it for now. Until next time, bye for now.